Mom, did you stuff vacation pamphlets into our mailbox again? I don't see any reason for you to be upset, dear. I simply thought that they would come in handy while you two plan your honeymoon, that's all. You completely filled our mailbox with them. Please stop doing that. The mailman constantly has to ring our doorbell to give us our mail because he can't fit it in the mailbox. I'd rather you stop giving us those pamphlets altogether, but could you at least just set them on the front doorstep instead? I was only trying to be helpful. Regardless of your intentions, it's getting out of hand. Am I clear? Don't put them in our mailbox anymore. That reminds me, have you decided on a destination for your honeymoon yet? We're still thinking about it. Why do you ask? What? You mean you haven't decided yet? But it's been 6 months since your wedding. Yeah, well, Sam and I are both busy with work, and our schedules are pretty hard to coordinate, so... Oh, and that wedding. Even after I went to the trouble of planning a beautiful wedding for the two of you from top to bottom, you didn't use any of my ideas. I was so shocked. Weddings are for the bride and groom, Mom, not their parents. We planned our wedding the way we wanted. That's normal. Not to mention the wedding you planned was unbelievably extravagant. A $30,000 dress? $500 per plate at the reception? Who do you think we are, the Kardashians? You could have taken out a loan. Plenty of couples do that these days. I am not going to spend so much on a wedding that we're never going to be able to afford to buy a house, Mom. Look, we've been through all of this before, and I'm tired of having this conversation. I need to get back to work now. Since you were insensitive enough to disregard my wedding plans, I expect you to at least take my honeymoon plan into account, understand? My travel sense is impeccable. A vacation planned by me is worth more than money. This is our honeymoon, so we will plan it in the way we want to. End of discussion. Nonsense! You said yourself that you haven't decided on anything yet. It's clearly far too much for you to handle by yourselves. Listen, dear, a honeymoon is an important step for a new couple. It sets the mood for the rest of your marriage, creates memories that will last a lifetime. But you still haven't even decided on a location, much less transportation and lodging. Is this how you want your marriage to start, with indecision and procrastination? We're starting our marriage with thoughtful planning and deep discussion between the two of us, but thanks for your concern. We'll take a look at the pamphlets you gave us, okay? Is that enough to satisfy you? We'll see. Let me know when you've finalized your plans. I'll let you know whether or not they're up to snuff. Frankly, I'm not interested in your opinion. Excuse me? Like I said, I need to get back to work. Goodbye.
Hey, Sally. I just made it to the hotel fine and got checked in.
Thanks for letting me know, Sam. I hope you enjoy your business trip. I'll do my best. Travel's nice, but when it's for business, meh. By the way, I just realized that my mom sent me a text. She said you complained about her stuffing our mailbox with a bunch of travel pamphlets again.
Don't tell me she was getting on your case about our honeymoon again.
Yeah, she was. She took it to a new level this time, too. It looked like that mailbox was about to burst at the seams from all those pamphlets.
Unreal. I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
I took a look at them, thinking maybe there might be a chance that one of them might be interesting, but they're all guided tours with a private guide who goes with us everywhere. Why would we want a third wheel on our honeymoon?
That reminds me. My dad told me before that my mum had booked that exact same kind of tour for their honeymoon. Dad said it completely destroyed the mood. The two of them never had any privacy at all, with the guide constantly with them, at restaurants, parks, stores, etc. But it sounded like Mum enjoyed it, at least.
You think that's why she's pushing it on us? Because she had such a good time with it?
Yeah, probably. For her part, it's not like we've told her what sort of honeymoon we had in mind. But then again, even if we did tell her, I'm sure she had just managed to find a way to barge in on us. So it's probably best we just keep her completely in the dark.
It's crazy that you're so comfortable talking about your own mother like that.
Hey, it's the truth. Just the way my mum is. She's always been. Once she gets an idea in her head about something, she has to inject herself into it, even if it has absolutely nothing to do with her. That's why I never told her about, well, you know what.
Ah, that. Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't spill the beans to her about that. But are you sure you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm sure. I talked to my dad, who knows all about it, and he gave me his blessing to keep it between us, so yeah, let's just continue to do that.
Okay, well, as long as you're okay with it. Hello there, Sally. Today's the big day, isn't it? I bet you're so excited. I know I am. Huh? What should I be excited about? Oh, come now, dear. Are you still going to keep the act up? I know you were trying your best to keep me out of the loop, but you've underestimated me. I know everything. Mom, I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, well, you can go ahead and be that way. It doesn't change the fact that I know everything. Could you please stop talking like that and just tell me what you think it is I should be excited about? I'll see you soon! Sally, where are you? You need to come and pick me up from the airport. I'm waiting. What? What do you mean, the airport? Where are you? Okinawa! Where else? Okinawa? You mean in Japan? Which hotel will we be staying at? I hope you picked the one I recommended. The buffet breakfast looked phenomenal. You're not making any sense. Come on, Sally. I just arrived in Okinawa, so tell me where the hotel is. Seriously now, dear, get with the picture. Exactly what picture am I supposed to get with, Mom? Why are you in Okinawa? And why are you suddenly expecting me to come to pick you up from the airport and take you to a hotel? Did I miss something? I don't remember you ever talking about a vacation to Japan. My goodness, Sally, you never give up. I know your honeymoon in Okinawa starts today. What? I heard Sam talking to his father about going to the Blue Cave on your honeymoon. When I looked it up on the internet, I figured out that you were going to the Blue Cave in Okinawa, Japan. After that, I looked at their texts on his cell phone and figured out all the dates and times for your flights. I'm a real Sherlock Holmes, aren't I? Did you really go through your husband's phone without his permission? We've been married for 40 years, dear, so what if I did? But enough about that. Let's talk about our plans. So we're going snorkeling in the Blue Cave, then? Ugh, you really have terrible taste. I made a deliberate effort to remove any tours with snorkeling from the pamphlets I gave you, but you went and signed up for it anyway. I thought you had learned your lesson about listening to my recommendations after that disaster of a wedding you planned by yourselves. It's clear you need the help of a travel expert. That's why I decided that I would tag along with you on your honeymoon to help you enjoy yourselves on your trip to Okinawa. And as your official guide, I hereby declare that your silly little snorkeling thing is cancelled. Mom. But we can talk more about that later. Hurry up and come pick me up from the airport. Mom, we're in Hokkaido right now. What? Why? I guess maybe you're not familiar with Japanese geography, but there's more than one place called Blue Cave in Japan. There's one in Okinawa, yeah, but there's also one in Hokkaido, too. There is? Hokkaido? Isn't that far to the north? You're going snorkeling in that freezing cold water? No, we're on a cruise. A cruise? Sam and I actually already went to the Blue Cave in Okinawa with a group of our friends back when we were in college. We loved Japan so much that we figured we'd go again for our honeymoon. And when we learned there was another Blue Cave, we figured we'd go there. So, you're in Hokkaido? Yep. And not in Okinawa? Nope. I don't believe this. Now I'm going to have to get a ticket to Hokkaido. No, Mom. We'll already have moved on to a different location by the time you get here, so don't waste your time or money. What? Hokkaido is a pretty big place, actually, and we're on an extended tour taking us around most of the island, making brief stops at major tourism spots. Just brief stops? That won't be any fun! But we're enjoying ourselves plenty, thank you. But the best part is yet to come. We're going on a train tour that circles the island so we can see all the scenery from the train window. You what? How could just riding a train be fun? You can ride a train at home. Meh, to each their own. Everyone has their own tastes, different things they enjoy. We don't like the same things you like, Mom, that's all. Sally, dear, how dare you? I offered to plan your honeymoon for you out of the kindness of my heart, and this is how you repay me? As long as we're on the subject, Sam has something he'd like to talk to you about, so I'll hand the conversation over to him now. Sam? But why?
Mum?
Yes, Sam?
I thought you should know that we moved.
You moved?
After our honeymoon is over, we're going to go straight to our new house.
How could you? You've got some nerve dropping something like this on me so suddenly. How many times do I have to tell you? You must consult with me before making major decisions like that. Oh, unbelievable. You always did love causing me trouble, however. I am still your mother, and I must fulfill my motherly duties. Don't worry, I'll come over to your new house to properly arrange your furniture and that sort of thing. What's the address of your new house?
I'm not telling you.
You're not telling me?
And by the way, even if you somehow manage to figure out where our new house is, you're not welcome. So don't even think about coming.
What? What? But why? You need me to fix your house for you, don't you?
No, I don't.
Don't be ridiculous.
I don't need you forcing your opinions on me in every aspect of my life, Mum. Didn't Sally just tell you? Everyone has different tastes. We don't like the same things you like.
I was just trying to be helpful.
Being helpful would be offering a recommendation when we ask for one. And I wouldn't have any problem with that. But if we don't do everything exactly the way you want us to, down to a T, then you go completely hysterical. Haven't you noticed that all your friends have abandoned you one by one? Do you hang out with anyone other than Dad?
That's nonsense. They haven't abandoned me.
Oh, for the love... Don't tell me you didn't even notice. Surely you can't be that oblivious. Do you have any idea the damage you've caused other people with your behaviour? Don't you remember what happened with Cynthia a few years ago? She almost got divorced because of you.
What are you talking about?
Good grief. I don't believe you. The rumour about her having an affair? You heard one woman say she thought she saw Cynthia meeting with another man at a restaurant, and you took the liberty of telling her husband that she was cheating on him.
What was I supposed to do? Let him be cuckolded?
How about that time with my friend from high school? We went to the bowling alley after school one time, and so we smelled like smoke because, well, it was a bowling alley. And what did you do? You went over to his parents' house and lectured them for an hour about how they needed to teach him that smoking was bad for your health.
Oh, now you expect me to let a young boy die of lung cancer, do you?
And that's just the beginning. There's way more instances than that. Do you have any idea how many friends I lost because of you?
Imagine how many you'd lose to cancer if their parents let them smoke.
But I'm not even as concerned about myself as I am about Dad. He constantly has to clean up after your messes.
Ha! That man couldn't even clean a living room without me.
Every single time you make a fool of yourself and cause massive problems for people, who's the one that has to go and apologize and beg them not to sue you for harassment? Dad. I would know. Ever since I became an adult, I've been going with him for those apologies. I'm sick of it, and I'm sick of you.
Sam, you can't talk to me like that. Everything I've ever done has been to help you, to help the people around me. I was just being a good neighbor and friend.
You have a bizarre understanding of what help means, Mum. You've done nothing but cause chaos for me and everyone else in your life.
You ungrateful little brat.
This conversation is over. You're not welcome to come to our new house. Even if you should show up on our doorstep, we will not open the door, we will not let you in. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't even want any sort of contact from you at all.
You can't do this!
I can, and I will.
Oh, you obstinate child. Anyway, now that I know you're in Hokkaido, I'll do you the favor of looking up some proper tourism destinations.
Even after all that, you're still not listening.
No, you're the one who's not listening to my advice.
Ugh, I'm so sick of this. Just don't bother us on our honeymoon. Got it? Go home. Now. Goodbye.
My mother-in-law took a flight home the next day. However, when she arrived home, she walked inside to find a stack of divorce papers sitting on the kitchen table. I had heard that her husband was considering divorcing her, and I guess he saw this as the perfect timing to finally do it. He never contacted her again, and had a lawyer handle all the divorce proceedings. He's now living on his own in a nice apartment near our new house. I've got to say, he seems to be doing better than I've ever seen him before now. He looks like someone who's just had a good stretch after a long nap. It's like he's a brand new man. As for my mother-in-law, she moved in with her younger brother and his wife for a while. But before long, she started to give her particular brand of advice to her brother's wife, which was, obviously, not received very well by either her brother or his wife. He was, to put it simply, furious. He kicked her out of his house not but a month after she moved in. The last I heard, she was living alone, very alone, in a small apartment in the city's outskirts.
Sorry, Abby. I won't be needing dinner tonight.
Oh, Dave, are you working late again today?
Yeah. Our department's been really busy lately. Everybody else is staying late. I can't go home first just because I'm married.
I see.
I might have to stay at the office tonight. Don't wait up for me. Go ahead and go to bed first.
Okay, but don't work too hard. You're hardly ever home these days. It seems like they call you in on the weekends too. I'm worried about your health.
Yeah, I guess I am working all the time. But I'm young, so I'll be okay. Besides, it's because I'm working hard like this that we can afford to live the way we do.
Well, I'm working too, in case you were wondering. Are you coming home early tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I'll be home late tonight. See you. Abby, I need to talk to you. Is this a good time?
Good morning. What is it about?
If you're free today, would you like to have lunch with me?
Pardon me?
There's this new pasta place that opened at the mall. I'm itching to try it.
I'm so surprised.
What?
You suddenly said you wanted to talk to me this early in the morning. I thought you were gonna complain to me about something again.
Oh, come on now. I'm not that bad.
Well, you know, I used to be scared of you.
That's right, when you were just married. I bet you thought I was the mother-in-law from hell. But now I don't go out of my way to text mean things.
Yeah, that's right, I know.
Back then, I didn't really know what you did. I'm sorry I was so harsh on you.
It's okay. If you're home all day, it's no wonder people think you don't work. And now we get along with each other like this.
So, what do you want to do about lunch? The new pasta place? My friend says it's really good.
I'd love to go there with my mother-in-law.
Okay, I'll make a reservation. Can we meet in front of the mall at 12?
Okay. Thank you for inviting me. I'm looking forward to it.
Abby, I've got a big problem.
Dave, what's wrong?
I thought I could go home early tonight, but it looks like I won't be able to.
Why?
My mom's been put in jail.
Huh? Jail? My mother-in-law?
Yeah, that's right.
You're kidding, right?
I wanted to think it was a joke too. The police called me at my office. They said they arrested my mom.
Well, what did your mother do?
According to the police, she was repeatedly shoplifting at a local supermarket.
Your mother was shoplifting?
Unbelievable, isn't it? But I guess she was having a hard time making ends meet after she and Dad got divorced. Maybe she was short of money to buy food.
Huh?
Actually, I'm being questioned by the police right now. So I don't think I'll be able to go home tonight.
Oh, this is terrible. Is there anything I can do?
No, you don't have to do anything. Just go on as usual. She's my mother. I'll take care of it.
Well, okay. But does it really take that long for the police to interrogate someone? They want to keep you all night with them? You can come home at night, can't you?
No, I'm not going home. I'm going to stay at my parents' house for a while.
Why?
Think about it. I'm the son of a criminal. I don't want to have trouble with the neighbors. And I don't want to put any burden on you. I think we should live apart for a while. I'll text you when I can. Just don't go anywhere near my parents' house.
Okay, I got it. Thanks for lunch today. I didn't know such a nice restaurant had opened at the mall.
I'm glad you liked it. Thank you for going out with me on such short notice. I'm always free, but you work from home, don't you?
That's one of the advantages of working from home. I can go out on weekdays.
That's true. Can I ask you out again?
Sure. By the way, is Dave back there?
No, he's not.
I knew it.
He said he was going to spend some time here. I haven't heard anything from him.
Where the hell is he? He told me this big lie about getting the call at his office and being told that you were put in jail.
Oh, that boy, I tell you. He just goes and accuses his mother of being a criminal.
I'll call Dave's company tomorrow.
Yes, please do that. Of course, it's a lie that the police contacted the company.
I'm sorry to say this about your son, but I think we should question whether it's true that he's been working overtime or on holidays.
That's okay. It would be strange not to have doubts under the circumstances. To begin with, Dave was lying for sure, but I was the one who didn't let you correct him.
Yeah, I guess so. When Dave told me that you were in jail, I immediately tried to tell him that it couldn't be true. But you told me to keep on pretending to believe him.
He was obviously up to something. I figured we should wait and see what he's up to. Let me know if you make any progress.
Got it. Mom, it seems Dave was lying after all. I just called Dave's company and checked with his boss. He told me that Dave has been leaving work on time recently. He hasn't had to work any overtime. And he's never been asked to come on the weekends.
I knew it.
Of course, it's also a lie that the police called the company. Dave told the company that his mother was suddenly hospitalized. He said he wanted to take care of her, so he asked for a week's paid vacation.
I'm stunned. I'm in jail, hospitalized. How can he tell one lie after another?
Also, as for why Dave lied and took a paid leave, I'm sure you can guess the answer to that question.
Yes, I don't want to believe it, but I bet he's cheating on you.
Apparently so. Actually, after I called the company, I also contacted a coworker of Dave's that I know. He said that he was probably on a trip with his mistress. Apparently there are rumors running around the office. Dave and a new employee who joined the company last year are having an affair. They are often seen going out for drinks after work together, and she took paid leave at the same time Dave did.
So, the reason he was going to work on his days off.
He was probably going on dates with her. He's taking a week off this time. So, there's a good chance they're on an illicit excursion.
I see. But is there any proof that he's dating the girl?
The coworker of Dave's told me about a private account she has on a social networking site. I got a number of screenshots of photos that could be evidence of an affair. Her face was hidden, but her clothes and belongings were clearly visible. And there were many photos that clearly showed it was Dave from his clothes and belongings.
Then it seems pretty reliable. But I wonder what young people are thinking nowadays. I wonder if they don't care if they get caught cheating.
Maybe they're just trying to give off a scent. But I can't seem to find out where they are now by looking at their social networking sites. I wonder where in the world they went after taking a week off from work.
Well, the best thing to do is wait for them to come back.
Wait?
We almost know who the person is. I'm pretty sure he'll be home in a week. And then, at just the right timing, tell him you know I'm not in jail.
Best timing?
I can't forgive Dave for betraying you, and I'll never forgive him for calling me a criminal. I know he thinks we don't know anything, and he's enjoying his trip with his lover. When he comes back, let's give it to him good.
I like that.
I want to give it to him too. First of all, can you find out when Dave is planning to come back?
I'll do that. Dave, are the police still questioning you? How long do you plan to stay at your parents' house?
Huh? Yeah, it looks like I'm done with the police. It's not like I committed any crimes. But she's going to have to spend a lot of time in jail. I'd like to bring her some clothes and stuff. I think I'm gonna stay at home for a while.
Oh, I see. So, you're not coming home?
No. I'm not gonna live at their house forever. I guess I'll be home in about 5 days. I'm gonna get some things I need for work and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you know, it's not easy when a family member gets caught by the police, so... I'm sorry I left you alone for so long. That mother of mine, shoplifting at her age...
I wonder how long it will last.
What? What did you say?
No, it's nothing. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. Bye.
Abby, I'll be home in about 15 minutes. I've been exhausted this past week with all this stuff with Mom. I want to take a long bath when I get home.
Are you that tired?
Of course I'm tired. I've never been questioned by the police before in my life.
Oh, that's so funny.
What? What do you mean?
That your mother is in jail.
You're terrible. That's not funny. Okay, I know you don't think much of her, but she was struggling to survive. She committed a crime because she had to.
Well, I'll get the details when you get home.
Hey, Abby, what the hell is going on?
Hey, Dave. Where did you go? I had a bath ready and waiting for you. You rushed away as soon as you opened the front door.
Because I found my mother's shoes on the porch. What are those? Don't tell me my mother is visiting us.
She's been staying with us since yesterday.
What? Huh? Wait a minute.
Your mother is supposed to be in jail. Isn't that strange? I wonder why she's staying with us.
You knew?
Yes. You lied about your mother being in jail. I knew it all along.
Really? I mean, why?
When you called me and told me your mom was in jail, I was with her.
What? You were together?
We were having lunch.
Lunch with my mother? No way.
She told me about this new pasta place at the mall. We went there together. It was reasonable, but the portions were huge and it was so good.
No, wait. You and Mom don't get along. There's absolutely no way you two were going out for lunch together.
We're good friends now.
I don't buy it.
If you don't believe me, let me show you a picture of the two of us together.
What? You were always complaining when we first got married. Mom didn't understand that you were working from home. Why are you a recluse and a freeloader?
That was a long time ago. My mother-in-law understood after I patiently explained it to her. Now she supports my work.
What?
What's more, we've been honest with each other about what's on our minds. We can talk about anything without hesitation. She seems to be more relaxed when she's with me than when she is with her friends. She often invites me to go to dinner with her.
I can't believe it. I thought mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws were always at each other's throats.
That's strange, isn't it? I told you. Your mother and I made up with each other.
Oh, you did?
Well, you seem to be busy with work. I guess you weren't interested in what I had to say.
No,
When I got the text from you the other day, I was having lunch with your mother. She almost spit out her coffee. Who wouldn't be surprised? She's suddenly in jail.
Oh my God. I didn't expect you and Mom to keep in touch. Much less having lunch together. I figured if I lied, you'd never find out.
Oh, that's too bad, isn't it? I communicate with your mother more often than you do.
Damn it. I thought I could take advantage of the fact you guys didn't get along.
You know, it's an interesting turn of events.
It's not interesting at all.
I can see that you haven't been back at your parents' house, right? I know you lied to the company about taking time off to take care of your mother. I wonder where you've been for the past week.
Give me a break.
Dave,
Mother.
how dare you make me out to be a criminal?
Yeah, I didn't.
I shoplifted because I was in need of money? Are you kidding me? I'm not poor. Even if I was poor, I would never shoplift.
I'm sorry.
Unbelievable. Making up a stupid lie to take time off to cheat on your wife? You're doing the same thing your father did.
Oh yeah, isn't that the reason you guys got divorced? Because he was cheating on you, right?
That's right. He lied to me about his business trip. He went overseas with a woman who worked for him.
And I went overseas with her.
You're just like him in ways I don't want you to be. Hurry up and come home and apologize to Abby.
I don't want to. I'm too scared to go home.
Huh?
I'm sorry I lied. But I'm your son.
You should be on my side. Son, you've got to be kidding me. I may be responsible for raising an idiot like you, but I have no intention of continuing to be a parent of a man who would do such terrible things.
Oh, come on now.
Once I've seen you apologize to Abby and set something straight, I'm going to cut off our relationship.
Oh no. Abby, please. I want to apologize for lying to you. And I'll break up with that girl too. Can you just give me another chance?
Just take your stuff and get out of my sight.
What?
I think you already know this, but I've lived here since I was single. Of course, the place is in my name, and I'm the one who has been paying rent. You need to leave.
Leave? You're not saying...
I'm divorcing you, cheating bastard.
Abby, don't be hasty. Let's talk it over carefully.
You know what? If you want to talk it over, why don't you show up? I know you're probably still hanging around the house right now, apologizing by text without even showing up. I don't feel like you're sincere at all.
You're with my mom, right? You're just gonna gang up on me.
Well, okay. I'll be filing for compensation.
Compensation?
Of course. You cheated on me.
I'm breaking up with her. The only one I love is you.
Oh, is that so? Then why did you lie and go on a trip with her?
Because I wanted to relieve some stress.
You were stressed out?
That's right. I'm out there working my heart out. You work from home, but I make less. I felt worthless.
I don't think that's a good reason to cheat on me. You knew before we got married that I made more money than you.
Well, you know, a guy has pride.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer later.
No, wait.
Goodbye then.
Abby.
Dave came home at a staggering pace. He got down on his knees and apologized to me and my mother-in-law. But neither my mother-in-law nor I were willing to forgive him. I let him take only the bare minimum of his belongings and kicked him out of the house. When Dave tried to go back to his parents' house, of course his mother would not let him in because she had insulated him from her. He tried to roll into the house of his lover for the time being. However, her parents were waiting for him at her house, furious having found out about the affair. They let him have it good. Having no place to go, he ended up staying in a motel. When he arrived at work the next morning, he found out that his partner had already submitted a resignation letter. As for Dave, he was transferred to a different state. After that, I never saw him again. Rumor has it that he quit his job and is now living quite poorly from job to job. I don't care what he is or what he is doing because I have collected my compensation. On the other hand, I have continued to work from home after the divorce. I am living at my own pace. My mother-in-law and I are close as ever and we go out for lunch once a week. And since I got some extra income from the compensation, we're planning to go on a trip to a spa resort.